Hello everybody, and in today's video I'm going to be seeing if I can cosmetically restore all three of these N-Gage steam engines. If you haven't seen part 1, I'd suggest going to the description and checking out that video real quickly, and then coming back here. You can see here I'm just trying to be clever and hiding the 3-in-1 oil, because I know what you guys are. No, I know. For the record, I only use 3-in-1 oil only if a model is not like moving. I usually just use that Limbel stuff. So yeah, but just for the record, I don't use it unless I absolutely can't get a locomotive moving. Sorry about that. Anyways, I managed to get the first locomotive working. It runs fairly well. It does like to stall a little bit, but then again, for the most part, I had gotten it working. When I was taking this model apart, I thought the model just simply unclipped from its chassis, but the smokestack actually works as a screw, which is really, I don't know, dumb, but clever at the same time. I don't really know if that was a good thing. I ended up breaking it, and I had to go ahead and give it a different smokestack. Here's some of the previous footage with me simply just trying to get the engine working. See, it does kind of stall there. The second engine I decided to work on was the 040 switching engine, and unfortunately its condition was actually a lot worse than what I was expecting. I started cleaning it like I normally do, and I started looking at the model, and suddenly the the right cylinder just completely fell off. So I was like, okay, this is really, really not good. So I decided to push the model to the side, and I would move on with the third engine. Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost some of the footage, but here's some footage of me struggling to fix this model. Unfortunately, the model had developed a large wheel slipping issue. I had managed to rectify the pickup issue, but I had accidentally stripped the front truck screw, and now the front truck of the locomotive is actually just completely stuck. So that was a problem. And then 237 decided to start having problems. Oh, bro. Now I have two broken locomotives. So I decided, you know what? As long as the two of them can pull a train and they can pull the train together, it's fine. They can both run independently. They're just not very good at it. Anyways, I decided to move on with the rest of the process, and I decided to repaint both of these two to have the same matching livery, so that way they would look, more like two old twins. Overall, I think it came out all right. I decided to return my attention to the second locomotive, but it was way too far gone. I tried gluing on the front cylinder, but it just kept falling apart. Just absolutely disintegrated the front cylinder. So I was like, oh well. Hey, I could turn this into Strasbourg number 4. After this failure, I decided I would return my attention back to the 060. So basically, originally I was going to make this one a mogul because I had seen in a picture book of an 060 Mogul, and it was like a switch engine. So I was like, oh, what if I just made this engine like a Mogul switching locomotive that's just in the background or something like that. But for some reason I had a really hard time gluing the cow catcher on the front, so I couldn't add that front truck. You can see now, even when you look close, you can see some of that glue mark in there, right there, you see. Yeah, but basically it's essentially just going to be a background engine, so no one's really going to notice that from a distance. See, like that. You're not really going to notice that. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've added a headlight and a smokestack off of the the old TF2 engine. Sorry, bro, he's in the junk. He's in the junkyard right now. He's been slightly sacrificed. Still need to do a little bit of dusting off in there. So yeah, and you see there's a crack on the edge of the cab roof. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try and fix that. Yeah. So here we go then. I'm gonna cut that timeline. Anyways, we're approaching about that 6-minute mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna very quickly wrap up this video. I had to remember when I was first putting this cow catcher or the pilot back on, that the front pilot literally just kept falling off. You see here, I'm trying to fix that crack in the roof with some card. Yep, the front catcher fell off right there. So yeah, overall, I did manage to get this model working again. Far better than what it was before. So yeah, you see there, I converted it to look like a Mogul. Side rods of this engine look really weird too. This engine looks like more toy-like. any other engine I've had. It's so weird. So odd of an weird looking of an engine. I've never had something that's odd looking. See, it's not perfect. This engine's like, I actually get caught on a lot of my turns. And you see I do have to run at a particularly high speed just to get to go over my switches and points. So, overall, this engine's not, overall, this engine still has some problems, but overall, they're completely ignorable. After all, I'm not gonna probably use this engine again. And obviously, here's the 119 model. Runs pretty well. Let's get that one working. Yep. So that about covers it for this video. Yeah. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.